Libras out there, please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video. All right, let's get into it. So for the Libras, we have the Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Let me get more comfortable. The Four of Wands. Okay, we have the Sun, Four of Swords, the Judgment, the Nine of Swords, and last but not least, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for the Libras is I'm seeing how a lot of you Libras just right now, y'all are in a situation where the Three of Wands, the Page of, I'm getting comfortable, Page of Wands, excuse me, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Some of you Libras right now, Three of Wands, y'all know that y'all want to be kind of unfair about relationships because you kind of want people to give you something, right? Give you some sort of, you know, like give you something, right? Like you don't want to always have to be the one to give and stuff like this. But the Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles represents, but you know that ultimately, my dear Libras, you're going to have to, it's an equal exchange. So even though a lot of you Libras may not necessarily want to give, right, equally, right? Because sometimes you end up meeting jerks, you end up meeting people who be on some BS, really conniving, really manipulative, and that's unattractive to you. How a lot of you Libras are like, you know, anyone would be like, you know, I don't necessarily know if I want to give, you know, so much. And that's what y'all were kind of on, right? The Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, right? It represents, but if you do continue to give, right, moderately, I'm not saying you have to give every last piece of yourself. You don't have to give everything away, you know, here, take everything. You don't necessarily have to do all that. That's what the Ace of Pentacles represents. The Four of Wands is, and if the person is really honest about it and they're honest about you, they don't want you. They're not requiring you to have to give away everything. You know what I mean? And that's why it is that I say in my videos, it's not about excuse me. It's not about control. Excuse me. It's not about control because it's not always about control. It's not always about trying to essentially control people and get everything that you want and constantly be in a situation where, you know, you always end up having to siphon more out of the relationship and the person gets less back. That's not what it's about. What it's about is being in a relationship is really not that hard. It's really not, you know. And the thing is, for some reason, and I know what the reason is, people like to play like they don't know where this is coming from, right? But at the same time, when people don't necessarily, they say that they want a relationship, but they don't actually get the relationship that, you know, the functional relationship that they say that they want, for some odd reason, sometimes, a lot of times, people don't want to admit, like, listen, accountability, and I'm gonna have to do I may have to do a video on that, right? Accountability and responsibility is power. By definition, that's exactly what it is. So if you want power, you're going to have to accept accountability and responsibility. If you don't accept it, basically you have no power. Power equates to responsibility. Power and responsibility are literally the same thing. So all of this, you know, people striving to achieve some sort of power, but they don't want responsibility, and it doesn't work like that because they're one and the same. And I may have to make a video and show and prove why that is, right? Because a lot of people kind of a lot of people fugazi about it, you know, and it's crunch time now. So you have the sun, the Four of Wands, and then you have the Judgment. So this is a situation here where, if that's the case, again, you want someone where it's that equal give and take, right? You're Libras, so you want someone that's fair to you as you try to be fair to them, right? Like Libra, and I can't wait until I get to the air signs. Libra is one of those zodiac signs where if the Libras don't pay attention, if y'all don't pay attention to what direction y'all are going in. See, here's the thing about Libra. Libra can represent harmony and peace. Libra can represent heaven on earth, basically. Or Libra can represent a dystopia on earth. And I'll explain why when I get to how to understand Libras. I can't wait. Just wait till I get to the air signs. Just wait. I got to do Sagittarius first, and then I'm going to start getting on the air signs afterwards. And Sagittarius is next. Just wait until I get to Sagittarius. So the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords represents this being a situation for a lot of you Libras, where you Libras are now in a situation where the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords are about what do you want to happen, right? It's about you picking and choosing. Not picking and choosing. Let me go ahead and recant that. It's about you Libras wanting a particular outcome. If you want a functional relationship, then you're going to have to strive to achieve one. Don't go to people who do not want functional relationships. If everything to them just seems like it's a little bit up in the air, then you know these people are untrustworthy. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool, right? So, again, don't let people, Ace of Wands, don't let people G your head and try to make it seem like they're bothered by you wanting some form of equal exchange, giving back. That's how functional relationships are supposed to work. The Ten of Swords and the Fool represent this being a situation where the Ten of Swords is about also, too, don't try to make excuses for these people as well. That's what the Ten of Swords is saying. The Fool represents jumping into this situation with serious intentions. Be real about this. You know, be real about this. Be real about it. You know, because if you're not serious about what you want and who you are, those cards are showing me that you're just going to get yourselves deeper and deeper into hanging out with people who don't have your best interest in mind. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.